So Merchants Millpond State Park is a great park for bats. We have three that are more common, and those are the big-eared bat, the eastern red bat, and then the big brown bat. We have lots of habitat. Our mill pond has bald cypress trees and water tupelo trees, which tend to get hollowed out, which is a great place for bats to roost. But aside from the trees, we also have bat houses around the park. So this is a bat house. This is just showing the inside of the bat house. Normally there'd be a piece of wood that covers this up here, but there's 5 different chambers, and bats will actually come up through the bottom and roost in. They'll use their little claws to hook onto these ridges, and they'll hang upside down. And a bat house like this can host up to 100 bats, so they all squish in there real tightly. When you look at a bat, you look at the bat wing, you'll notice it has these little ridges here in the middle of the wings, and those are actually the bat's fingers. So the scientific name for a bat is Chiroptera, and Chiroptera just means hand wing. So you can kind of think of our hands, and a bat has just extended fingers like us, 5 of them, and then just a piece of skin that grows in between those fingers. So their thumb is at the top here, which they use for clasping onto things. So some adaptations a bat has to help it at night, they have these really large ears, and that helps them hear where their prey is. Bats eat mosquitoes, they eat moths, lots of different types of insects, which also come out at night, which is why they're nocturnal. That's when their food source is out, so that's when they're able to hunt. Bats use something called echolocation. They make a clicking noise out, which is really high pitched, and that will bounce off of whatever food source they're hunting and come back into their large ears so they can figure out where their food source is. Bats don't have the best sight, so they really do rely on their ears to hear where their food is, and they also use their nose to scent where their food source is. Bats are also mammals like us, so they have their hairy bodies, they produce milk when they have their young, and they're also warm-blooded. So at our visitor center, we have a bat display. It just shows how bats will find a hollowed out tree and they'll roost up inside the tree and they'll hang out in colonies.